Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 229. For those of us about to game, we salute you. Going to be cussing and discussing about the convention this past weekend and other fanciful and grand things that are happening. As y'all saw, the a quick flash of one of the games. Of course, that's Ocean Thunder that I ran. So, but we'll be getting to that in a second. Telemachus came in just before 7 o'clock. It says a wargamer once spent an hour arguing over line of sight using a laser pointer, a ruler, and a magnifying glass. When the group finally agreed he was right, he grinned triumphantly, then knocked over the entire battlefield, reaching for his coffee. The campaign ended in what historians later called the Great Spill Offensive. Fair enough. That is a whole story in a paragraph. So, and I apologize for if you all are hearing the dogs going nuts. So, I think my daughter just got home and they're excited. So, I apologize for that. Chris Long is in early also. Says, hey ho all, I shall return, eh? I'm glad you'll be back, and it looks like you did get back. Charles, just before we started evening, and Chris Long responded, hiya Charles. Hexy, hello fellow Dice Rollers. Hello, Jeffy. Glad you are here. So, what else we got? Charles saying hello. Chris Long saying hello. I guess it's just Charles Hex and Chris Long right now. There's two others out there that are lurking, so you know.
I bet Telemachus is there.
Yeah, Telemachus is there. Yeah, I'm sure he's back by now.
And Scala.
Scala Gremlin. How you doing, Scala? Glad to have you here, sir. Great to have you. And we've got Mr. McMurray.
The new technology, man.
Hello, sir.
I guess I'm the talking 8-ball now.
Yeah, dude.
I'll take up my mantle and I'll take it very seriously.
Until you get the war shed finished up.
Yes, which I hope would be this month.
Nice.
Everybody say hi to Snippy.
Hi, Snippy.
How you doing, baby girl? So, anywho, we had a great weekend. McMurray and I did. Reese was unable to join us because he had prior engagements, which allowed him to do his other
hobbies.
His other hobbies, which is fine. Did get to see him briefly at Tabletop on Sunday and transferred the goods, McMurray.
Outstanding.
I'm assuming you got my payment.
I did. Thank you.
Perfect.
So, all good then. All good.
Was there anything Ultimate Tabletop?
What's that?
Was there anything awesome at Tabletop?
I picked up What a Tanker, Chain of Command 2 because I don't think I'll ever get my prize package, and the Far East expansion for Chain of Command.
Hell yeah, dude. Nice.
So, are you comfy?
Saw a bunch of other stuff that inspired me, like the 0-200 hours expansion packs, but I resisted the urge to change scales.
That is a fun game to play.
I'm thinking about buying it and playing it in 54. Like just buying the rules and the tokens.
I think
because why wouldn't you?
I think you'd enjoy it. But yeah.
Chris Long says the Far East expansion is so good.
I'm glad. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to them doing the Pacific, in general.
I'm still waiting on the Arnhem expansion. Someday.
Yep, someday. And Charles is finishing his 8.28mm mounted bore riders using AK paint pins. Very cool.
Yeah, are they cool. Riding boars? Are they boars that are riding, or are they pigs or are they farmers?
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah.
Well, it's Boers, Boers.
Yeah,
So-
but I bet you it's going to be they're riding on boars.
It is Charles.
It could
It
be.
could go either
What-
way.
So it could be boars on boars.
There
My
you go.
bet would be
Boars on
orcs.
warthogs would be awesome.
Orcs on boars with an A would be my bet.
Orcs dressed as boars riding boars.
There you go.
Chris Long had the same question.
Yeah.
Yeah, referring to what type of boars we're referring to. So I thought it was a really good convention. Now there were 4 different tournaments going,
Huh?
which I don't have a problem with. It brings people in, and
It was pretty cool.
yeah, they had a big bolt action tournament. I guess they had looked like about 16 or more players.
Dude, they were all big, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah, they were.
Dwayne was saying that Lord of the Rings on Saturday had like 16 people or something. I know Saga had 15 or so.
Oh, at
And the
least.
action was pretty big too.
And they weren't
Like
all-
DBA
yeah,
only
sure.
had 12 people, but even so.
Well, I mean, DBA is, even when it's big, it's small.
Yeah, it was cool to see people playing DBA.
Yeah. So and I'm sure everybody knows what DBA is, but it's really cool to see 3 DBA games going side by side to each other on a table that would host a single 28 millimeter game.
Yeah, it's cool because the guys play it in like card game space. It's
Yeah.
the same. It takes up less space in some cases than like a Magic the Gathering game, which is kind of cool.
Does
Yeah,
it take up
I
less
really like
space
it.
than a game of spades?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Because
thing
you're
is played
dealing
on a
with
2x2.
you're dealing with either 10 or 15 millimeter troops, and your entire army is 12 or 13 bases.
I think it's 12 in a camp. Yeah.
Yeah, 12 in a camp, and the camp is 40 millimeters by 40 millimeters, and each base I think is let's see, it's like 40 by 20.
It's very close to that. I'm trying to think of it. Here, I'll look it up.
This is sounding more like rugby than a war game.
It's pretty entertaining, to be honest with you.
Oh, I wouldn't
It's a
say it
good
was
little
bad. I just
It's a good little game. What's
this
really
is
cool
highly
about it,
regulated.
It is very highly regulated, correct?
you can fit 2 full armies in a cigar box.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can probably get 3 or 4 depending on the size of your thingies.
Yeah.
40 millimeter width for 15, 60 millimeter width for 25s. The depth varies by troop type with 15 to 40 millimeter depth, depending on what it is, and then 80 for war wagons.
All right, there you go.
So it depends. The thinner the base, the lighter the troops usually.
Right.
Yeah.
Because what that does is it represents the area of ground that unit is covering.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool system. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
We were talking to Todd and Jeff and Ross about it. It reminds me of like people who play in ASL tournaments.
Yes.
Really, it's pretty structured, and the guys who do it a lot fucking know it, man.
Oh yeah, inside, out, sideways, twice on Sunday.
Like they know what they've got, what they need to do, and how to make you do
What you
What they-
want them to do.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So my buddy, the Colonel, does a really good. He plays in all the tournaments he can get, and he's really good at it. And he's got like a dozen different armies and I think 15 millimeter.
Oh,
Maybe
shit, probably
10.
15. If he plays in tournaments, it's 15. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um,
Oh
but
man.
yeah, we haven't heard an actual number yet. But I talked to Kevin. He runs the convention, and he said pre-registration I think was 75 or 80 guys, and there was a lot more than that there. So I'm thinking most of the pre-registrations were for the tournaments,
Oh,
and then everybody else that was there, not everybody else, but a good portion of the rest of the people that were there were they showed up and paid on entry.
Yeah, I paid at the door. Yeah.
So, yeah, my brother Jay and Joey paid at the door. So, I think Joel paid at the door too. So,
I wish I could have
it's
made it.
you had to hang out with your other buddy, which I get. I
know.
understand. I'm glad you got to. That's important. So
Me too. And he's a little bit limited in his mobility right now that he's got a child.
yeah. So
It's awesome, man.
I will never be talking badly about someone who decides to go do something else.
Sounds good. I was glad I could still see you.
Plus, it's Steve.
Oh yeah.
I'll still make fun of Steve for it.
Oh yeah.
You can make fun of Steve for
wasn't
anything,
there.
though.
Yeah. Well, Steve wasn't there
He can take
probably
it.
because he had another daughter's birthday that lasted all weekend again or some shit like that. Poor guy. Anyway, but yeah, it was a good time. I've got some photos that I'm going to go ahead and pull up right now.
Before you do that, Charles confirmed they are humans with guns on horses.
And he said, watch for his next video.
Okay.
And he's got Zulus coming too.
There's plenty of Zulus out there, Charles. If you don't want to open your alpacas, which I get, there's plenty of Zulus out there, buddy. Thousands of them.
All right. So this was my setup for my Ocean Thunder game, Battle of Surigao Strait. And McMurray, thank you so much for running the Japanese for me. It's greatly appreciated. These are 1/3000 scale that I have 3D printed from Gukek. They are outstanding miniatures in my opinion. Let's see here. Let me go to the next screen. But before we got to Ocean Thunder, we played a bit of Canvas Eagles. And McMurray and I flew the Airco, whatever the hell they're called.
DH2, the pusher.
Yeah, the DH2s. And 3 of those up against some German monoplanes.
Eindeckers.
Yeah, Eindeckers. Yeah. And McMurray put 2 down.
I did. I put 2 down and then assisted on the 3rd one.
Who's stuck in the middle of the green and the tan Eindecker?
Right here.
Uh-huh.
I believe that was Steve.
Okay.
Not our Steve, old guy Steve from the Thursday night group.
I miss Steve.
Here's McMurray's plane doing its thing. These are 1/72nd scale models that my buddy Doug has. That Eindecker did not last long.
Yeah, I dropped Joel and Grant. I dropped Joel right off the bat. We went at each other head on to open the game. And I got a pilot killed and shit on Joel. And then Grant, I got him head on, and then
That's a
Spun
fandango.
spun right
Yeah.
around behind him. Yeah, we were real lucky we didn't collide a bunch of times.
Real lucky. So it
Who
was
was
a good
wearing
time.
the Metallica shirt?
Oh, that's great.
Great.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
From last year at on Ocean Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That marked the victory.
So, and then here we are playing.
I played
Ocean
I played
Thunder.
against him last year in Kansas.
Yes, you did. Uh-huh. So of course the Americans won, beating the crap out of the Japanese, as we thought would happen. But if I'm not mistaken, it was either this destroyer here or this destroyer down here at the bottom got a volley of torpedoes off and sank the Cleveland class cruiser.
Correct.
So,
And then I put some good hits on a couple other boats and was ready to do it when we had to call it to get into the next game.
Yep. So I thought they turned out pretty good all in all. Everybody had fun, and that's what's important. So we called that one a little early because we had to come over here and play Fistful of Lead, Victorian Sci-Fi.
Great game.
And
everybody should buy it. And the cards.
Yep. So I had this unit here in the lower corner. These little guys back here were rocket troops. Then I had a little whirlybird thing. You can't see it under the propeller of the whirlybird, but I had also a some sort of tracked motorcycle type thing with a machine gun on it. Then, of course, the ever popular Ulan unicycle Lancers.
The Whirlybird's new this year.
It is.
Yeah, it is. And then Venetian troops. They're Germans that just got back from Venus.
Yes. I have fond memories of what I did to that motorcycle last year.
Yeah. So there's the Whirlybird there.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And there's the rocket troops.
Nothing like jetpacks and MP-18s.
Yeah, they're really nasty. If they get to shooting distance, they roll double dice. So, and then of course there's the unicycle Ulans with their lances. Didn't do a damn thing because they charged blindly into a Gatling gun.
That is historically what that unit has done.
Yep. So, and then there is Professor Nightshade's units.
That's awesome.
These are robot men, and big old tank thing there, and a walker. What the smoke shows is that they have been started and are sustaining. So they got the steam engine stoked and are ready to go. And every time at the beginning of every turn when you activate that unit, you have to roll to see if you sustain the steam engine. In other words, you kept it going for that turn. And if you didn't, you take the smoke off. So of course, what's that?
And then you're unable to move.
Right. You can still shoot, but you can't move. This flying boat lasted a lot longer in the game than anybody was expecting.
Is that a new one or is that a carryover from the airships?
It's a new one that James built.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, then you got the British bearskins and some other British troops there.
An impervious suit.
Yeah. There's my rocket troops going in. Of course, you had the French spider tank and McMurray's wheeled attack boat.
Which really did some hurting.
Yeah, it did. And of course, this thing just thought about showing up and started just taking hordes of shots.
Focused fire for the win.
Yep.
It did a wonderful job of allowing other things to stay alive.
Yeah, this is what the Ulans got murdered by over here. This little guy with the Gatling gun.
Yep,
looks-
my armored tricycle.
That looks new.
It is. It's not the armored, or it's not the tricycle came in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I've seen that before. Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah,
to be the
you
guy
can
in
see
the
the
peanut
tricycle.
gallery, but
No, you're good.
You can see the tricycle cannon up in the up here by the dice box.
I had
And
good luck
really-
with tricycle cannons in the past.
Yeah. There's a McMurray
That's the
telling me
new
I'm
one.
number one.
I was just pointing out the new model. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. I thought that was a pretty good shot. It had this impervious suit coming at me with the spider shooting off at the distance, and this
It's all
blur
about the
here is the
background,
whirly gig. What's that?
It's all about the background, baby.
Yeah. And then basically the same shot, but with the whirly bird in focus.
What killed the whirlybird?
Mass shooting at it with rifles.
Yeah.
I killed a lot of stuff in this game. It was quite fun.
It was quite good, yes.
I was able to really bring my fistful of lead gaming philosophy to the fore in this game, and it worked out well. Also, because Marshall and I we were on the same team, so both of our usual strategies is just absolutely maul each other,
Yeah.
and then we
You all turned that on us.
just kick the shit out of somebody else. It was weird.
Did anybody pick a line and hold it this year, or did everybody kind of get in?
Well, I got to this point and got murdered.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was in the center of the British-French side, and kind of wheeled a blocking force towards the guy on our left, and then took everybody else that I had and smashed up Chris on the right, and then worked my way down the line and killed the robot guys and everything. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, see, there's my Venetian troopers.
Only
Cheers.
veterans on the table.
Yep. And they got obliterated.
Yeah.
I must have just got lucky last year.
There was also a guy there with the what was called the Sharps Experience, and he had a bunch of stuff from the Sharps TV shows and movies. And this was this weapon can actually be fired.
Did you get to spark test it?
That
No.
is an actual knock volley gun that works.
Yeah.
I should have been there.
And then this guy right here.
Like I
Is
understand
also-
the Baker rifle might fire. Okay, sweet. I should have talked to that guy, so it kind of seemed he was an interesting individual.
Yeah, he was. So all of this is on-screen stuff from the shows.
I don't know if anyone has ever had Facebook interactions with Jason Salke, Rifleman Harris, but he is still very, very, very. He never left like 1998 or whenever he was on that show. this guy struck me as very much the same thing. So I think he was trying to say he was like Sean Bean's stunt double or some shit. But I don't remember.
So, and this was one of the games that he was putting on. I think he was using the 2-hour war games.
No, he had his
for
own.
this one.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say he had his own rule set out there that you could buy.
Yeah, that was the mass combat. This was the skirmish game using the 2-hour war games rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeesh.
And each one of the miniatures is named. Some of them are named for the guys in the show, and then others are just names that he pulled out of his. Yeah. So, where did all my I thought I took a crap ton of pictures for of
chariot races?
Yeah. Oh,
They're
here
right
they
there.
are. Okay. Let me go back.
What's the armor?
That was Thursday night game.
What was that?
Fistful of Toes. It's my Thursday night group that we play with my buddy Doug.
You should scroll through those pictures too.
So it's 6mm Cold War, circa 1985. T-72s versus M1s. We got obliterated.
Were you the M1?
The Soviets got our asses handed to us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Right. So Friday night, my buddy Merle got put on or not Friday night, Friday afternoon, put on a game of gladiatorial fights using a variant of Free Blades by DGS, which unfortunately is this portion, the one-on-one gladiator game, is not available to acquire anymore for whatever reason.
Lame.
So of course, at the end of the game, I said, well, if you enjoyed this and really want to get into gladiatorial fighting, you need to go pick up Arena of Blood from Wiley Games.
Fair.
But I had the Demacarius, and how it worked is everybody only had 2 wounds. So once you took your second wound, you rolled to see if you would get patched up and brought back out. I did that with the Dimacarius like 5 times and ended up with 7 kills with him. He was brutal. Then we transformed the arena into a hippodrome, and we had chariot races. Again, using what's called Free Blades Arena. Again, rules are not necessarily available. However, they are available. Are all the rules you need is on this single 2-sided piece of paper. So we've got that going for us. So now all I got to do is, find some race chariots and print out a hippodrome. But it was a quite fun race also. I ended up winning this one by
Nice.
just the sheer fact that I was the only one that wasn't destroyed by the end of the race. Um,
A win
this is
by
actually
killing everybody is still a win.
exactly. Well, I didn't kill them; they killed themselves.
Well,
Because
when your enemy makes a mistake, do not interrupt them.
exactly, because how it works is you have to you can increase your speed up to 10 inches, but if you want to make a turn up to 45 degrees, you have to roll a driver test for anything over 6 inches, and that driver test is 2 plus the target is 2 plus 1 for each additional inch over 6 inches. So if you're doing speed 10 and you decide you want to, and this is on a D10, you're going 10 inches and you decide you want to turn, you got a 6 or better on a D10. Well, this guy here, the white racer, that -1 notes that he's now rolling on a D8. So they're going 6, so they can make a single 45-degree turn without having to roll. Well, the other thing is, if you touch the enemy, or not the enemy, but your racing opponent, you have to do a driver's test also, and it's opposed rolls. So if green rolls a 8, white has to roll an 8 on a D8 or they crash. Potentially. There's the options when testing. When you fail a test, you've got if you roll a 1, it's a catastrophic wreck. As the wreck, the driver is slain and the 2 wheels fly off, creating obstacles in a random direction D6 inches away from the 50 millimeter obstacle that gets in place. And that's what we saw back here. That's the 50 millimeter obstacle that happens after a crash.
Well, sounds brutal, and I love it.
If you roll a 2 through a 4, it's just a wreck, but the driver is alive for league play purposes. A 5 or a 6 is a busted spoke. You make another crash roll in the end phase. D4 end phases from that point. And then hang on, it's a -1 die level to drive test until the end of the next turn. That's what this -1 is. And then a 9 or a 10 is speed is reduced by 1d4 inches. This is immediate. If the model has already moved more than equal to its new speed, its activation is concluded. So there's a lot of damage and destruction can happen very quickly.
Y'all really ought to come down here and see the chuck wagon races. It's basically the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Except for real.
So here's one of the wheel tokens that went out, 25 millimeter. So yeah, it was this is me here just hauling ass down the road. And he thought he had this horse was about to, or this chariot was about to win when he exploded. This one was coming in, exploded. Green thought they had it won, but they also went kablooey. So, and then there's my guy, winning at the end. So, oh, and I took a picture of this because it was $238 with a rollback is now $398.
Nice.
Yeah, so go to your local Walmart to get screwed. Let's go ahead and jump forward again. So we went, once I got done with the game with Jay Wiley, Merle cleaned up, I helped Merle clean up the arena, and we laid out the terrain for Space Hulk. And we played Space Hulk where I was he and I were the Gene Stealers, and the other 4 players were the Terminators. And we had Space Wolves, and we had a Blood Angel Successor chapter, and we had Black Templars, and we had Dark Angels. And we put the Space Wolves and the Dark Angels on the same side of the table. And if you know anything about 40K lore, they don't like each other a whole lot. And so what happened is the Dark Angels player comes around, sees the Space Wolf, and shoots him. So we had some fratricide going on there. So, but it was a good time, and the table looked amazing.
Charles, look forward to seeing those boats.
That's going to be badass.
Those are really cool door structures as well for this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I need to see where he got them from.
And if they'd be able to be sized up.
Oh, they're 3D printed, so the answer to your question is yes.
I could see a clone boarding party on a separatist ship or something.
Uh-huh. So, and then Sunday we played the Wings of Glory.
Oh, it's a cool game.
And of course since we had the Red Baron, we had to have Snoopy out there. Flying as a Sopwith camel, of course.
I love it.
And how the victory points were being scored is that for every long range shot you took and connected, whether you did damage or not, you got a victory point. And then for every close range shot you made, you got 2 victory points. And I ended up winning this game with I think 14 or so victory points.
Nice.
Because at one point in time, I'm this guy right here. It's a can't remember. Was it a Sopwith? It's a 1.5 strut, is what it's called. I think it might be a Sopwith.
Looks like a pup, maybe.
Well, it's got both the pilot and the observer with a machine gun.
Huh.
So now this guy, he was not liking life.
all that castor oil smoke.
Yep. And then Snoopy got in behind the Red Baron, of course. And then at one point, I was and there's my pup. At one point, I was sandwiched between two German aircraft. And so I was at the same altitude because we were using altitude rules. So I got 2 points for hitting the guy in the front and 2 points for hitting the guy in the back. So, so it was all good fun. It was all good fun. And then McMurray, I assume you had a good time there as well.
I did. I did.
All good. Glad to hear.
That Doug's pretty as-written rules for Canvas Eagles were substantially better than. There's a group in St. Louis that likes to play it, but they divide each of the 8 range bands up into 10 range bands past that. It's a giant pain in the dick. Like,
why would you need more?
You don't. You don't. That's the point. You don't.
Huh.
But
yeah. I figured 8 altitude bands is enough.
Correct.
Especially, I mean, I don't think I went any higher than 6 or any lower than 4 the entire game.
Yep. Pretty close, yeah.
I don't think I could go. Could I go? No, Wings of Glory was the game where I had a altitude max. I didn't have an altitude max in Canvas Eagles. But
no, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Oh,
it was
did?
8. Yeah, it was 8.
Okay.
There is an altitude in Wings of Glory.
Okay.
Yeah, ours was 8. Theirs was 6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was my kind of plan. Was when I was getting towards the end there, and I was getting close on some of my stuff. I was hanging out at about 6. That way, I could just climb, and then they couldn't shoot at me.
Right.
But
Exactly.
yeah,
So, yeah, it was a good weekend. Now this tomorrow night, I'm going up over to play with the Thursday night group, Doug's group, and we're playing Commands and Killers Epic. So that should be a good time.
that is a good time.
And then Saturday, headed over to Joel's, and we're playing Fistful Galactic Heroes, Battle of Endor. So that should be a good time as well. And then beyond that, don't know what we're doing gaming-wise. So
I'm really excited for whenever Joel puts on Quadrant 13. That sounds interesting. What you painting on, Reese?
Another section of 1965 U.S. Marines.
Nice.
Although I think these are technically 66 or 67, but it'll be okay. I am considering adapting Chain of Command 2 for the Vietnam conflict.
It works really well for it. You just got to figure out good TO and E's.
I've got TO and E's from FNG.
Yeah, I mean, then it works really well. There's not a whole lot of like shift once you hit assault rifles. So like an STG.
Well, I'm really just going to treat M14s and M16s as M1 Garands.
Oh, that's fair. Get after it.
personally,
Then you
And-
certainly got it.
and call the M60 and M1919.
Yeah. So what worked well for us was we called stuff like SKSs. We essentially treated like Garans, and then we used the for like rifles. We would treat like an STG 44 or some such with the same uh, range as a common infantry rifle, because
Okay.
you the full gamut through Vietnam, right? You got Viet Cong running around with Mosins and stuff.
Right.
Then you've got SKSs. You got Arvin running around with Garans for a chunk of the conflict.
And carbines.
Yep. And so you've really got the full thing. It's just figuring out where the M16 and AK kind of fit. I'll be right back.
I got you.
So you're gonna
And that
do
would be
that
in
the
172nd scale.
yeah. I was about to ask you. You're gonna do that in the 20 millimeter.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
It's a lot easier to get 30 guys on the table in 20 mil than it is in 54.
that's fair.
Although I would
That's
eventually
fair.
want to try it in 54. I'm wondering if reducing your strength, and again, I haven't played it, so I'm speaking out of my hat at this point. I'm wondering if reducing strength to maybe, one or two sections instead of three sections might play okay on the table in
Yeah.
54. So, also looking
Maybe.
at doing fistful led bigger battles with the 172nd scale.
That'd be good.
Still need to find my box of Viet Cong because I can paint up
Somewhere.
all the allies, or not allies, free world forces I want. If I don't have enemies
Yeah.
to face them, it's not much of a game.
Well, somewhere I've got. I picked them up. I picked these up at Recruits. I got a box of modern U.S. infantry, a box of irregular mujahideen, and a box of um, Arab uh, Arab fighters that are in somewhat of a uniform. Uh, so
Arab fighters with AKs.
yeah, yeah. So all 20 millimeter plastic.
Charles, that
Charles,
would be pretty slick. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, Chris.
yeah, no, absolutely. I was just going to let you know that Charles had a question for or had something to add to it.
Yeah.
So, but um, I've come to the conclusion that I probably need to change out the FEP on my Mars 5 Ultra and get a heater on it.
Okay.
Because I'm still getting good prints from time to time, but I'm still getting failures. So, and they're on the same build plate. So I'm thinking that it's definitely a combination of marring, you know, the film getting clouded and scraped up,
Right.
and also it's just cold enough that where there is that blemish on the screen or on the FEP, it's enough to cause it to fail in that area.
Gotcha.
So, um, yeah, I'm gonna got to figure out what I'm gonna do for a heater wise. Whether I'm gonna just go with a little external heater blowing on it, or get one of those fancy dancy heaters that you put inside.
Huh.
I don't know. We'll see. Um, the what's interesting is that the the I get a temperature reading on the unit, but that's a temperature reading of where the screen, where the lamp is,
Gotcha.
not of not a temperature reading of the vat. So I don't know what temperature the vat is sitting at. So, and I don't know how well a vat heater will work because it's the tilt release. So the
Mm-hmm.
vat actually tilts down and back up. So I don't know band, how well a band around the vat will do. So I might just have to go with an air heater, and whether I get one that sits inside the top, or something that just warms up the area like a little space heater. I'm not sure which route I'm going to go yet. Charles says, Jungle Terrain, good lord, I'm going down another rabbit hole in gaming. So, well, luckily, Reese has it pretty well stitched up on Jungle Terrain.
Well, I am slowly improving upon what I have.
Yeah.
But I got started off very well.
Yep. And Hueys, of course. Lots and lots of Hueys.
Yes.
I have to say, though, a 1/72nd scale Huey is a lot easier to work with than a 1/35th scale Huey.
And Chris has seen both of those on my tabletop.
Yeah. And less expensive.
Yes.
So
I think at last count, I have 6 or 7 1/35th scale Hueys.
is that all?
Yeah.
That's barely a platoon.
Well, yeah, it's hard to get them on the tabletop. Mind if I pick McMurray's brain about 0 to 100 hours?
If he's back.
Okay. I mean, when he gets back.
Okay.
I'm sitting here.
Well, what do you like about it? What do you not like about it? How bad are the special dice?
Well, here's the problem. I have no fucking idea. I was hoping Joel was going to put it on so I could figure that out.
Oh, Joel has it?
No.
Yeah.
Not he's asking about 0 to 100, not quadrant 13.
Oh, Jesus, my bad.
That's okay.
It's a cool concept, and you know how my brain works. It's a fun I've only played it a couple times. So I can't give you a real in-depth on everything, but I can tell you that playing it 2 times, including learning it, each time I stopped and was like, shit, I want to do that again.
Okay.
And also then hit my, you know how my brain works. I want to do Americans trying to escape Japanese, or trying to raid a Japanese POW camp.
Mm-hmm.
And so I printed some of that shit. And then they obviously have jungle stuff, and Norway stuff is what it's mainly centered towards.
Mm-hmm.
But like a little Bruneval raid sort of deal, printed some guys for that.
So you're gearing up for it then.
Well, that's a nice thing. You need like 6 or 7 guys aside.
Well, yeah, just the terrain is the kicker there. But it's what, a 3x3 table?
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing, but yeah, 3x3, 2x2 would probably do it in most cases, depending on what you're doing. There's also a bunch of pre-built scenarios in the book for like learning and whatnot, which are pretty good.
Question. Would it work for SOG teams?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to make your own like cards and stuff, so it's probably
Right.
worth playing it a bunch, and then yes, it would absolutely work for SOG teams.
Another thing, are the concepts foreign enough that it requires that rule set? Or could someone get the rule set and the scenarios, read them really well, and then apply it to Fistful of Lead?
Apply it to what?
Fistful of Lead or Five Men or, a different skirmish rule set.
Maybe.
And I'm not trying to say that it's not worth it. I'm trying to get a gauge for it.
It's different enough that it would take a lot of work to the point where it would just be worth buying the rule book.
Gotcha.
I really enjoyed it. Let's see here. Let's hop on them internets and see.
Oh, I can get the PDF version of the rules really cheap. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about having to learn an entire new game system and get markers and all of that for it. And dice.
I don't think it does. It use specialty dice?
It uses specialty dice.
Really? Shit, I don't remember that. Hang on.
Which means you can probably take regular D6s and apply the. Okay, well, this side is actually. We'll use one side.
I bet you can find them printed. Or find them to print.
Well, the dice aren't that expensive. I'm not worried about the expense on it.
Yeah, they're not like Fantasy Flight dice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole starter is $60 straight from the manufacturer. So I'm sure you can find it for $50 or so.
Well, we found the starter set, the expansion packs, and the just regular dice sets at Tabletop.
Yeah,
they're all very reasonably priced.
Yes, they are. Honestly, even their like specialty packs of figures aren't that bad.
Like $5-10 a figure at most.
Most of the time they're $3 or $4. Like most of the 4-packs are like $10 to $12.
But as always, my problem is scale.
Well, fair, but at the same time, if you have they do have these different dice. If you have the rule book, you have the dice, you have the cards, then just double the scale on everything. Who gives a shit?
Right. Or just leave the scale the same, play it in 54.
Yeah, exactly. That's an easy thing, man.
Although some of their figure sets really spoke to me.
They are pretty slick, dude.
Well, you know who's doing their figures for them?
It's Paul Hicks, isn't it?
It's War Games Atlantic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're doing the big castings, yeah. But I think the like specialty sets, I want to say were Paul Hicks.
Gotcha.
Or at least at one point in time he was doing them. Let's see if it says.
They're guys with the well rods and things like that were really speaking to me.
Yeah. Well, and they got Jedburgh teams. Unfortunately, they don't have a U.S. Jedburgh team, but
did U.S. Jedburgh teams not wear British uniforms?
I don't think they wore any uniforms, to be honest with you.
Okay, because the British Jedburgh teams have 30 caliber carbines and
Denison smocks, yeah.
Yeah, and Denison smocks.
Yeah, and a Sten, I think. I know the one dude has a paracarbine.
Which is just awesome.
It is.
I'd hate to shoot it, but it's such a cool gun.
I have one of the Inland Repros. They're not super pleasant. It's kind of like shooting an MP40. It's just not that cool.
A 9mm repo? Or repro? Or is
for
it
an MP40?
No, I was saying you said something about a repro.
Yeah, repro parachute or paratrooper carbine.
Is it in 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I grew up on original Rockall full stock.
The again, so they're inland.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's all original. The only difference is people kept trying to sell them as originals, so they made the pistol grip like thick because the original ones were like they cut a broomstick.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's a good M1 carbine. It's just they're built silly. Again, it's like an MP40. You're putting your face on something and then it's just jumping all over the place and being generally unpleasant.
Okay. So specialty dice, cards, but I mean, it looks like I can make my own cards based on their website too.
I'm trying to remember if the cards are in the rule book.
Well, I can buy just the cards as PDFs.
Oh,
But,
you can also get the No Minis starter and get a print
uh-huh.
copy rules, all the counters, all the cards, all the dice.
I've been looking at it.
That probably wouldn't be too bad of a deal, man, to be honest with you. That's kind of awesome. Anyways, I don't need to be looking at that. I just got a bunch of Battlefront 15 millimeter World War One stuff. I don't need to look at that.
Nice. What for?
Rounding out my all quiet on the Martian front stuff.
Slick.
Because
That guy has a Delisle carbine. Sorry, that was completely random. I'm on the 0200 hours page.
Oh, yeah.
I need to not spend much time on this site
I
either.
finished up all my civilians for that game,
Okay.
including the weird machine guns and the weird gun teams and a little small British force. But your boy needs Americans. Jefferson Barracks is in St. Louis. Jefferson Barracks was a happening place right around the time of World War One.
Are you using them in? Are they in steel helmets or are they in campaign hats?
They're sculpted in steel helmets.
Nice.
Theoretically, it's immediately post or like during World War One, so Brody helmets would make sense.
Well, I wasn't worried about it. I was just curious which one you went with.
Mm-hmm. Old Glory has a range of 15 millimeter World War II, but it's big. It's like a solid 18, and all of my Brits are Peter Pig. And so they're slightly on the small side compared to the Old Glory sculpted civilians that I'm using for it, which are mostly they're like Boxer Rebellion figures, which are true 15s. But that means that I can't fill in the U.S. Army ranks with their figures because they are noticeably bigger. Like it'd be like the U.S. Army not recruiting anybody under 7'2". I mean, they are a full 20% or so larger. So, but that's fine. Battlefront stuff is pretty affordable. I was struggling to find them online unless I was buying them straight from Battlefront. And then guess who I found? LBW Steve up at Little Big Wars in Fargo, North Dakota. Done. He carries Battlefront World War One stuff. Great War. Big fan. So I ordered a bunch for Steve.
Chris Long wants to know what size table for SOG games.
For me, if I can get it, 8x6, but I'll run it on a 6x4.
Cool.
I very much enjoy them. I ran a SOG game at J3 this year, but instead of NVA, I threw Tyranids at them, and I think they last.
We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that one. We had a hip firing 60 millimeter mortar dude that was sniping shit from distance.
Chum and the Mortar Man.
Yep, yep. Chum
We
was
need an
out there.
exercise in claymores.
What's that?
We need an exercise in claymores.
Yeah.
I am working on getting Claymore markers. It's slow and steady.
Stand by.
Are you going to print me a bunch of Claymores?
I'm going to look and see if I can find them. Without getting myself on some sort of list, which I probably will be, but whatever.
The only way I've been able to get them is in one specific dragon figure set has one Claymore as an accessory. And I may or may not have bought a bunch of those simply for the Claymores.
Oh, let's see here. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Let's see.
Okay. You said 200 hours is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it good enough for me to buy in completely? Not figures.
To do the like $30, $35.
To do the $36 no mini starter set, all the extra cards and an extra set of dice.
Probably. It's a good game. You'll enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it that much, I'll buy it from you.
Okay, because I'm getting all the downloadable free extras as well, and I'm still only looking at $85.
Wait. How'd you do that? I thought you said 36.
36 for the starter set, $9 for an extra set of dice,
Oh.
$14 for each set of extra cards. They have several sets of cards from the expansion packs. Instead of buying,
don't fuck with those yet. Just get the base thing and all the free scenarios and see.
Yeah, but shipping out of England.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay.
It really is quite fun.
Do you need any 28 millimeter terrain while I'm at it? Because they have some nice 200 hours 28 millimeter terrain.
Hang on.
And if I'm going to have it shipped over here, might as well. Sorry, didn't mean to do business on the podcast.
It's all good.
That's
I'm just gonna refuse the PayPal charge.
You're fine.
Or refuse the PayPal transfer.
No, accept it, man. We'll figure it out in a bit. Because if you do any terrain, it's going to be more than that.
Oh shit.
Chris Long says it's worth it.
He says no 200 hours is worth it.
Yeah,
it is. It really, like it really is fun, Reese. I had a blast playing it. Oh, this is all Sarissa stuff. Oh, but it's all 15% off.
Yeah. Hence why I'm saying, do you need anything?
Probably not. Tim
Okay.
used to carry Sarissa, so he's got like most of their entire line sitting in his basement right now.
That is some nice stuff.
It is. It's quite delightful. And it's really, really reasonably priced for how good it is.
So the Cricket Pavilion set reminds me of the Ghost in the Darkness train station.
Yes, it does. I have come far too close to buying that many times.
It's only $28.
I am aware. Thank you, Reed. Thank you for pointing that out. Again.
nice.
Oh, I'm getting on everybody's nerves. That's okay.
No, it's fantastic.
Oh,
is it Gray for Now games?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, he changed that.
It's the same guy that did Test of Honor.
Yeah, it used to be Gray for something. Yeah, it's Graham Davey. Because he still has the IP for that.
I wish the Sarissa stuff was in 54. because I'm looking at his Test of Honor terrain and thinking a lot of it could be used for Okinawa and Vietnam.
Correct. Oh, it absolutely could.
Not like this big Japanese stuff, but like some of the just little houses and stuff like that.
Absolutely. That's a good point. That's one of the very few things, the very few scales they don't touch. I don't think they go much over like. I thought they had a 40 millimeter range, but it's certainly not that expansive.
Now I'm over on Sarissa's site looking, and that's even more dangerous.
That is because there they've got all the cool shit.
They've got city blocks in 40 mil, but I think that's going to be too small.
It is.
Even for way.
It is. I mean, you can get away with that sort of thing when you're doing mass battles, right?
I'm not doing mass battles though.
Well, it also really only works. It works pretty well with smaller scale stuff. Like you put, that's my go-to for my brain's acceptability is going like one band down. So if I have 10 mil stuff and I'm playing a huge game and I want to represent a town and I don't want to put a whole 10 mil town on, I'll put like a 6 or 8 mil town on.
Yeah.
Especially because you can print that crap just like crazy.
Hey, quick question while I got you.
Yeah.
1/72 scale guys on 20 mil terrain.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. Wanted to make sure because I'm looking at their Far East bundle stuff.
Yeah. Most people would probably consider 1/72 to be 20 mil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen some between 20 and 25, and I didn't know.
Yeah, it depends. You're talking about tumbling dice?
I'm talking 1/72 scale figures that you've seen that I have.
No, tumbling dice makes that distinction. They call their 1/72 20 mil, and their 1/87 28 mil, or swapped.
Okay.
Swapped. They call their 1/87.
There's another manufacturer that I was debating buying some 25 mil stuff from. Maybe it was 20 mil East Front.
Yeah.
I think it was East Front. Yeah, it was East Front because they have the French Indochina stuff. And I wanted to get into French Indochina in that scale.
Oh, or I guess Sarissa in general is running a 15% off thing.
Really?
Or pretty close to it, yeah.
I see it. I like that. I may have to place an order from Sarissa at some point.
I did not need to look at this because I've been talking to Toddy about doing a whole bunch of Flames of War stuff. And their World War Europe 15 mil stuff is pretty great. And again, obnoxiously awesome. We were talking about doing the Bruneval raid, and there's their radar set, except for that's a Freya radar, not a dish radar.
Keep looking, they'll probably have it.
Shut up, Reese. They do. They specifically have one. They specifically have one for Operation Biting somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh man. They do Rourke's Drift in 20 mil.
They do.
For like dirt cheap.
They do. If I didn't luckily I have my Rourke's Drift buildings in 28. And I have all of the compound almost in 10.
So somebody said doing Rourke's Drift in 1/72 earlier on the chat. I don't remember who it was. Check Sarissa. Just do that.
Yeah, that'd be a good option. That being said, I really enjoy like 10 or 6 for Rourke's Drift. I did 10 because A, the stuff was dirt cheap, and B, it meant I could still get. I have my Brits mounted 2 to a 1x1 or 1x1/2, and then my Zulus I haven't mounted. They're all on sticks because I keep having analysis paralysis as to how I want to mount them. But I actually did that in 1-to-1 for the British, and then I think I have 400 or 600 Zulus painted to then be recycled.
Fantastic. I got a quick question for you while you're on Sarissa.
Yeah.
They're 20 mil North Africa / colonial range. They've got further down, they've got some buildings that don't quite look North African.
Like the damaged compound and house?
No, like the damaged small house, the large single story, that kind of thing. Where you don't have the intricate arches, it's just a square looking old building.
Yeah, that would work for French Indochina.
That's what I was going to say. Is it looks French architecture enough that I could use it for some street fights?
Yeah, I mean it's still a French colony. Most of this is based off of like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. Yeah.
As I said, if I leave the blatantly Middle Eastern arches like the administration building,
yes, you could certainly use an overwhelming majority. I think they've got Tim's. I think they did Tim's Benghazi compound in 28.
Okay.
Somewhere in here, which is not what you need, but it is a cool one because he designed the entire thing in like to be 3D printed, and then said, you know what? What's the guy's name? Tim something or other. Bancroft?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Tim Bancroft.
They got together and did the whole thing. There it is. It's the walled ambassador's residence and everything else. So for like the Benghazi stuff, you can get just a ton of really good.
The high and low stuccoed walls in in the Europe one, in the World War Europe 20 mil.
Yes,
those look distinctly like Way.
Again, that's the nice thing about Way is that it was built primarily
it's a French colonial, yeah.
Bought in were built, yeah, with a ton of French influence. Let's see here. What page is that on?
It's on page 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are kind of perfect.
I am sitting here thinking about doing Way in 20 mil, and I am...
Then you can play Way in 2 different scales. That means I have to find 20 millimeter hookers. Okay, let's see.
That's probably not that hard to do.
Oh, I can certainly find some to print, yeah.
Reese.
Yes.
So how many 1/35th scale Claymore mines do you want?
25 would be fine.
Okay. I will test print one and see how it works, and if it looks good, I'll print them out.
Cool. Chris has got it then. All right.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Close
that would allow me to have a SOG team setting claymores in retreat, which would be pretty stinking cool.
That'd be slick.
So
yeah, they are I figured out at 1/35th scale, they end up being 6.16 millimeters across the front.
Yep, that tracks. As I said, I've got several and they're based already and painted and all of that.
So I'm not going to worry about I'm not going to worry about the stakes at that scale because
no,
they'd be almost non-existent.
Well, and they're going to get buried in the dirt anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys, I could do a massive Way table in 20 mil.
You could.
I think I will. And I'm not giving up on my 54 millimeter Way. This is just a different.
Well, your 54 mil Way is not. It'll never be complete, but it's pretty set.
Yeah, I've got bicycles and stuff I need to add, and I have the street signs I need to add. Meaning I have them. I just need to find them, build them, and do it.
Well, I mean, that's my point, is you don't need to worry about like getting more buildings necessarily. You're to the point where you're just adding trim.
I'd like to add a few more buildings. My problem is buildings in that scale are hard to come by, and I basically have every building that works that's in that scale.
Well, yeah, you're kind of to the point where you probably need to start building them yourself, which can kind of suck sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wind up doing that, I think, because French Indochina. I mean, I'm not going to do French Indochina in 54 millimeter. I've already decided that. But that would allow me to have terrain for French Indochina as well. And my jungle terrain already works for both scales. So I just need urban terrain then.
Oh man. The other thing that they do that's really cool is their 28 millimeter like Dark Ages stuff, where they've got the like Norman Fort,
That is
and
pretty cool.
the wood castle and stuff, the wood keep. Those are pretty cool. The one thing that they've done that I cannot stand, which probably sounds weird, although it's a common bitch that I have, is they're they made a quote ship of the line. It is not my favorite, which I get. You got to make the whole thing out of, certain size pieces of MDF, but it makes me sad. It's not my favorite. Not that I need another colossal fuck off boat, but yeah.
So is Sarissa all MDF then?
Yes.
Does it paint pretty easy?
Yes. The one thing
Okay.
you want to do is you want to prime it all black
Right.
with a heavy prime first, and then you can go back and prime over whatever you need to. But the cut sides do not take light primer well.
Okay. So
Like
just hit it with black spray paint before you do anything?
Yeah. Yeah. It not only that, but I found that it almost helps hold it together. Like
Okay.
I super glue all my MDF together
Okay.
with this stuff.
So you build it and then paint it, not paint it and then build it?
Yes. But yeah, I use this Loctite Professional liquid because it's really, really thin. And so it'll soak into the MDF. So by all means, test fit everything first because you're going to hate yourself if you don't. But
Right.
it has worked pretty stinking well for me.
I really think I'm going to do MDF for 20 mil terrain. I really do.
It might be worth looking at Blots too.
Blots. Where do I find those at?
BLOTZ.
Blots terrain. Got it.
Their website's a little funny because they do like scrapbooky stuff too.
Oh, fun.
But
I'm guessing it's under the War Games terrain.
yes, that's where I
And
got a whole bunch of my Victorian airships actually.
20 mil.
I
They
don't know.
have 54 mil. Hang on.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It will always be my one true love. So,
Oh no, you're good. But yeah, they've got a whole bunch of random stuff. They have a whole bunch of random stuff. It's not always
a
like
French cafe diorama in 54 is not going to help me. And a ruined wall junction in 54 is not going to help me either.
again, yeah, they're not always huge collections, but they do have a lot of random stuff. And I think they have 20 mil. Yeah, they have 20 mil.
Yes, they do. We'll look at their Middle East as well.
Like there where I got a bunch of my Mediterranean and like Bronze Age terrain with geez, what line is that? Oh, this and dude, their 28 millimeter ancient city walls are tits. They are.
Now I'm looking at it in British pricing.
Yeah, I don't know if they do US or anything. It's just the XVAT, the
That's
without
okay.
VAT.
But their Middle East buildings do not look expensive.
They're not. Their 28 mil are really not like they're really, really reasonably priced, which is why I have a bunch of them.
Whenever Chris and I get into the Lebanon stuff after I get the shed built, I could see me coming back to those for Middle East.
Are you doing that in 28 or 20?
I'm doing it 20.
Yeah. I imagine their 20 mil stuff is obscenely well priced.
It's like
Giving out.
7 pounds for a compound.
Yes.
I'm also looking at the 20 mil World War II, like the barracks and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I could build a fire base.
Yeah.
With some of that stuff pretty cheap too. Something to consider. I'm not seeing a bunch of stuff that's going to work for, way in general.
Yeah, probably not too much.
The Viaduct 20 millimeter extension, though.
Yeah, like I said, it's pretty fantastic. They got some really cool stuff.
I could see somebody doing like a Nijmegen bridge or something, or you know what I'm saying, the Remagen bridge, whatever the Arnhem bridges are.
Yes.
With that. Anyway, not what I need, but it's still cool.
It is.
The cityscape's not helping me out either.
No, that's pretty modern.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
Oh, I forgot to look at their Japanese lines. I don't know. Maybe not. Not something I want to dive into tonight, but definitely on my list to get into.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of good sites out there, and those are two of the best.
So.
But, alrighty, gents, I'm probably going to crash. It's getting to be about that time.
No worries. I think we're going to go ahead.
So we'll talk to you guys later.
Okay,
later, guys.
Good. Take care, buddy. Thanks for
See
stopping
everybody in the comments. Later, Paulie.
So, yeah, I will. I found that STL for a Claymore. Got it scaled down to which Wikipedia says they're 216 millimeters across. Divide that by 35 makes it 6.16 millimeters.
Easy enough.
So, 1.5 millimeters thick and 3.5 millimeters tall. So, I'll like I said, I'll print one up, see how it looks, and then if it looks good, I'll crank out 24 of them for you.
I would very much appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It would improve my SOG games for sure.
Definitely. So, and then if anybody out there happens to want to be in Central Missouri the weekend of Martin Luther King's Day in January, that's going to be on that Saturday. Planning on doing a game day at the Valhalla's Gate game store there in Columbia. So I know you're not going to be able to make it because it's way, way too close to delivery day.
Yes, it is.
So we'll be thinking about you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Bunkhouse, Dougie, if you're available, you're welcome to show up, being that you live in the vicinity. And then of course my brother Jay and Joey should make it out there. Buddy Mike should make it out there if he's feeling better. He was feeling poorly last week. So hey, speak of the devil. Hey Jay, how you doing, buddy? So, will you be calving in January?
Starting to.
Okay.
We will have a few cows that are always way too early.
Of course.
We shoot for end of February, early March, but nothing ever goes according to plan.
Of course not. Of
So,
course not. So.
Also trying to break ice and feed hay and manage 2 ranches.
Yeah.
Because we just turned out 84 very pregnant heifers onto the Missouri place. So,
oh boy. Oh boy.
it was against my advice, but ultimately he's the one that writes the paycheck, so he makes the decision. So,
You can't argue with the guy with the money.
I mean, you can.
Right.
But,
And 9 times out of 10, though, it ain't going to go the way
you're
you
going to
want.
lose. So, anyway.
Unless you are really, really good at explaining yourself.
Yes.
And they're picking up what you're putting down.
Yes.
So,
anyway.
But, yeah, it's, I'm thinking we'll be able to get at least 2 good games in on that Saturday. And having it there at Valhalla's Gate, they've got some pretty good tables there. And we can easily pull from the Kansas City area, and we can easily pull from the St. Louis, Western Illinois area. So, and hey, might even don't know if we would get a Palmer for just a single day, but who knows? Who knows? So, anywho, well, I am thinking we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. The wife has already called it for herself, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap on up so I can get this overhead light turned off.
Understood.
So, all right. Next week, I don't know. We'll talk about gaming like we always do. So I will be I'll tell everybody, I'll keep y'all up to date with how the Commands and Colors Epic game went and how my Fistful of Blood Galactic Heroes Battle of Endor went. So might have some other news to talk about as well. Not sure yet. We'll have to see. So
Gonna make me set up a news desk.
Yep. Again, everybody, thanks for showing up. I do truly appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.